Welcome to MMA Daily. Here we bring you the latest and most exciting news from the world of mixed martial arts. If you love MMA, make sure to like our videos and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the thrilling updates. Get ready for some interesting news today. Starting off, Jon Jones expresses interest in relinquishing his heavyweight strap for future BMF title fight with Alex Pereira. Moving on, Colby Covington and Shavkat Rakhmonov continue to trade barbs over potential UFC 310 clash. Lastly, if Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall doesn't happen, Michael Bisping thinks UFC should strip Bones of title. Jon Jones has revealed that he could be interested in relinquishing the UFC heavyweight title in favor of a fight against Alex Pereira. For Jon Jones, fighting these days is all about building on his legacy. He wants to continue proving to the world that he's the greatest fighter in the history of mixed martial arts, and he wants to do it on his own terms. The perfect example of that comes this weekend when he defends his UFC heavyweight championship against former champion Stipe Miocic. If he gets through Miocic, many would want to see Jones battle it out with Tom Aspinall, the interim heavyweight champ. Unfortunately, as Jon has said time and time again, a showdown against the Englishman just doesn't interest him. What could appeal to him, though, is a showdown with Alex Pereira, as he detailed in the following interview. It'd be cool to fight Pereira over the heavyweight championship, but I would also willingly give up the heavyweight championship. I walked away from the light heavyweight championship, and I'd love to walk away from this one as well, on top, on his own terms, making lots of money. I love the position that I'm in right now. Fighting Pereira for the BMF belt, that'd be cool. We both have 2 belts in 2 weight classes, and the night we fought, we'd both be fighting for our 3rd belt, which would be the BMF. How cool would that be? You heard it here first. I haven't had this conversation with any other reporter. UFC welterweight contenders Colby Covington and Shavkat Rakhmonov continue to go back and forth. Shavkat Rakhmonov was set to return to the cage in the main event of UFC 310 on Saturday night. Back for the first time since submitting Stephen Thompson last December, Shavkat Rakhmonov was set to fight for welterweight gold. However, Belal Muhammad withdrew from the contest earlier this month due to injury. After Belal Muhammad withdrew, there were many names who stepped up. Both Ian Gary and Joaquin Buckley offered to face Shavkat Rakhmonov at UFC 310, but they were booked against each other instead. However, Colby Covington also threw his name in the running earlier this month. Rakhmonov welcomed the matchup with Colby Covington on social media afterward. Taking to Instagram earlier today, Colby Covington again fired shots at Shavkat Rakhmonov. In a brief video clip, the former interim UFC welterweight champion slammed Shavkat, mocking his English-speaking abilities. To end the clip, Covington added that he planned to speak with Dana White shortly about booking the fight. Translate this to whatever caveman dialect you need to. Get it through that big skull attached to that Gumby body. I don't posture and I don't bluff. As soon as I get off this beautiful 5-star Trump golf course located in the heart of MAGA country, West Palm Beach, Florida, I'm calling Hunter and Dana, then we'll see who's posturing for clicks, bozo. For what it's worth, it didn't take long for Shavkat Rakhmonov to respond. In an Instagram comment, the undefeated welterweight contender kept his response brief. Let's go, I'm ready. Your talking will not help you in the octagon. Michael Bisping thinks the UFC should strongly consider stripping Jon Jones of the heavyweight title if he avoids Tom Aspinall. Jones is the reigning champion at heavyweight. While he hasn't had a fight since March 2023 due to injury, he'll be back inside the octagon this weekend. Jon Jones will put his gold at stake against Stipe inside Madison Square Garden in New York City on November 16th. Aspinall waits in the wings as the interim title holder, but Jones isn't too keen on a title unification bout. During a recent interview with Kevin Iole, Jon Jones revealed that a fight with Tom Aspinall doesn't excite him. Jon Jones questioned what a win over Aspinall does for him and said he'd rather fight UFC light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira. Michael Bisping has taken exception to Jones's comments, and he hopped on YouTube to respond. The reality is Jon Jones is now the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, and when he fights Stipe Miocic, if he is victorious, then he has to face Tom Aspinall next. This is just the way the world works, okay? If he doesn't, this is in the words of Khabib Nurmagomedov. Number 1. If he refuses to fight Tom Aspinall next, then we've got to start having a serious conversation as to whether or not this man should be stripped. Jon is the undisputed champion of the world. Tom is the interim champion. This is how it works. They face one another. He's calling out Alex Pereira for a legacy fight. I'm not saying this as a Jon Jones hater, but if this was boxing, Jon Jones will be stripped. That's a fact. Thanks for watching MMA Daily. We hope you enjoyed the latest updates from the world of mixed martial arts. If you did, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more exciting content. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for more MMA action.